Welcome to our detailed analysis on the highly anticipated debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. The nation watched as the two faced off in what could be a pivotal moment in the 2024 election. But who came out on top? Who won the presidential debate? And what difference could it make as we head into the final stages of the campaign? In this video, we'll analyze the pros and cons of each candidate's performance, what it means for the race in key swing states, and the potential implications for the future of the country. Let's dive in. Let's start with Donald Trump's performance. For many Republicans, this was a night of missed opportunities. According to political insiders, Trump failed to capitalize on the key issues that voters care about most, such as the economy and immigration. One of the biggest surprises, he never once mentioned the Biden-Harris administration or tied Kamala Harris to ongoing frustrations over inflation, job security, or the border crisis, issues that are top of mind for voters right now. While Trump did touch on immigration, his argument lacked coherence. He didn't make a clear case linking Kamala Harris to the administration's immigration policies, even though she was tasked with managing the border crisis by President Biden. This was a major missed opportunity. Trump needed to be sharper, more focused, and connect directly with voters' concerns. For his base, it was a typical performance, fiery and aggressive, but for undecided voters, Trump may not have done enough to win them over. So what does this mean for the swing states? States like Pennsylvania, Georgia, Michigan, and Arizona will likely decide this election. Trump is already performing well in his strongholds like Florida and Ohio, but he needs to do more to sway voters in these critical battlegrounds. His failure to effectively target the Biden-Harris administration could make it harder to close the gap in states where every vote will count. Now let's turn to Kamala Harris. In contrast to Trump, Harris remained calm and composed throughout the debate. She didn't make any major gaffes or stumble over her talking points, which is always crucial in such high-pressure situations. One of her key moments came when she questioned Trump's effectiveness at his rallies, a move that seemed to throw him off for the rest of the debate. From that point on, Trump struggled to regain his momentum. Kamala's approach was strategic. Let Trump dominate the conversation while avoiding any big risks. It wasn't a performance that revealed much new about her, but for many Democrats, her calm demeanor was exactly what they hoped to see. She didn't crumble under pressure, and that's an important factor for undecided voters who may be looking for stability in leadership. Now, while Democrats are celebrating Harris's strong performance, it's important to remember that winning a debate doesn't necessarily mean winning the election. Take 2016 as an example. Hillary Clinton won all three debates but still lost to Donald Trump in the end. That's why the next few days will be crucial as polls start to reflect how voters actually feel about this debate. Speaking of polls, analysts say Kamala Harris will need to hit at least 50% or higher in national polls to secure a clear path to victory. If she falls below that, it could spell trouble for Democrats in the Electoral College. Historically, Democrats need to perform better in national polls to account for the advantage Republicans have in key swing states. So while Harris had a solid night, the true test will be how voters in places like Pennsylvania and Michigan react over the next week. One interesting development during the debate was the endorsement of Kamala Harris by pop superstar Taylor Swift. With over 250 million followers on Instagram, Swift has a massive influence, especially among young voters. But will it make a real difference? Analysts are skeptical. Most of Swift's fans were likely already Harris supporters. So while it creates a social media buzz, it might not have a significant impact on voter turnout or persuasion. The timing of the endorsement also raised eyebrows. Some experts believe it could have been better planned, as it somewhat overshadowed Harris's debate performance. Rather than creating a wave of momentum later in the week, Swift's endorsement landed right when Harris was already receiving positive feedback for her calm approach in the debate. As for the future, there is talk of a second debate between Trump and Harris, possibly on September 25th, with Fox News as the host. If that happens, it could be a make-or-break moment for both candidates. Analysts predict that another debate could benefit Trump more than Harris, giving him a second chance to refine his message and avoid the pitfalls of last night. On the other hand, Harris would need to be cautious. Any slip-up could undermine the calm, composed image she has built. In the end, last night's debate didn't deliver a clear knockout winner. Both candidates had their strengths and weaknesses, and ultimately it will be up to the voters to decide who handled the pressure better. We'll be keeping a close eye on the polls in the coming days, and as we get closer to Election Day, the real battle will be fought in those swing states. Who do you think won the debate? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for tuning in to our update on the Kamala Harris versus Donald Trump debate. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next analysis as we get closer to Election Day. Stay informed and engaged because every vote counts. Until next time, I'm Host Name and you're watching Channel Name.